Assalamu alaikum and very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, very warm welcome and thank you for your presence here at the Bank of the Future Forum event. My name is Muhammad Ilyas. I will be the moderator for this session. Just a quick introduction of myself. I look after infrastructure services, security services, and Temenos managed services for the systems group. The agenda of today's panel discussion is generally about Islamic banking and specifically about conversion from conventional banking to Islamic banking. A couple of topics that we'll be discussing will be about the challenges and opportunities that there are for conversion from conventional banking to Islamic banking. As we all know, that has now been mandated by the local laws here in Pakistan. We will talk to the existing Islamic banks to understand what strategies they employ for growth, for innovation, and for compliance. Now, be it Sharia compliance or be it obviously regulatory compliance. And we will also hear from Temenos to understand that how Temenos as a technology provider can help in this transformation from a conventional bank to an Islamic bank. So I'd like to welcome our expert panelists. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for taking out time and being here. And if you may allow, then I may then start. So my first question to Mr. Ahmed, you is, it's around balancing growth and compliance. So what are the key strategies that your bank employs to ensure that there is growth while ensuring that you are 100% Sharia compliant?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, and thank you for inviting today in this August forum. Islamic banking, when Meezan started Islamic banking in Pakistan, it was a very novel idea in a sense that, and we started with a one branch network in 2001, and mashallah growing to 1,000 branch network. The three focus that we have was a commitment to Sharia compliance, innovation, and adding value to the customers. And with this, when we started, we have a challenge in the sense that there was no precedence of Islamic banking regulation in the market. There were very few product ideas that were there, but working products are not there for Islamic finance. So what we focus that we have to develop solutions that are adding value to the customer, that are no compromise on Sharia compliance, and we have to think win-win. In a traditional banking model, generally we think and we see that products are customer versus bank. Right. But we have to think that we have to deliver value to the customer, but no compromise to Sharia compliance, and make the product easy to understand. Because one of the challenge in Pakistani market is that there are two type of challenges. One, people, they don't understand Islamic finance. That was a very challenging moment for us. We have to do a lot of seminars, awareness, workshops. Our staff need to, even myself, we used to sit in the front counter and we used to explain a customer about 20 minutes how a saving account is Islamic and how the profit sharing works and how it is different from a conventional saving account. So this was the challenge that we started. But over the time, alhamdulillah, the State Bank was very supportive. We follow the international standards like IOFI, because they were a gold mark for Islamic finance. And the regulator also helped us to develop and I think, I don't know how many number of regulations we got changed from central bank in the process of making Islamic banking as a established sector of banking today. So, but one thing we were clear, if it's a trade-off between profit and Sharia compliance, there's no trade-off. Sharia compliance has to be there. Profit may come later, and inshallah, and that approach has helped us that whatever we do, it has to be Sharia compliant, and inshallah, the profit will come.
Right. So thank you, Ahmed. I think you touched on a couple of great points. So the regulator helped in getting this done, the customer education, I think that is one. And of course, Meezan Bank had the first mover advantage as well. So thank you very much for those insights, Ahmed. So moving on to Irfan Saab, you represent Bank Islami here, obviously. My question is around regulatory adaptation. So how has Bank Islami adapted to the new regulatory requirements that have been coming in from the State Bank of Pakistan, and what adjustments you had to make to your business model for that, while of course keeping in view Sharia compliance, obviously.
Thank you, Ilyas, sir, for inviting me in this forum. I would like to add that this is actually really a biggest challenge that with each passing day, new regulations are coming in. And since I'm working in a Sharia Compliance department, so I will focus on Sharia regulations. But and with the passage of time, State Bank is going to adopt different standards. And I can give you example that almost in 2 decades till 2019, I think only 7 to 8 Sharia standards have been adopted. But after 2019, 29 standards, more standards have been adopted. Now you can actually get an idea to what actually the pace is. So State Bank is very proactive, and this is not only from Sharia standard side, but also other regulations and governance structures and governance framework is also being adopted. So what we have done at Bank Islami to remain compliant with these regulations and adapt these regulations proactively, we have two strategies that first we actually analyze our processes, our structures, our business models, whether they are aligned with these regulations as well. And secondly, we have also inculcate these things and embed these regulations in our training material and arrange different training sessions for our staff to better understand these regulations, to implement and ensure 100% compliance of these regulations and Sharia standards.
Great. So I think these regulations then have actually complemented your business rather than you trying to sort of make
Exactly.
up for it. Yeah.
Actually, we have approached that even State Bank have not adopted those standards, but whenever we design any product and services, so we consider those standards, those which have not been yet adopted. But subsequently, when the same standards are adopted, so we have no issue.
Sure.
Okay.
Great. Thank you for that, Irfan. So my question to you, Gamal, now is on the technology side of things. So digital transformation in Islamic banking, right? What role, so it's a bit of a generic question, what role do you see technology playing specifically for Sharia compliance banking? And how does Temenos facilitate in such transformations?
Thank you. Thank you. So actually in Temenos, we can see the high demand of digitization of Islamic banks. We have enabled the first SaaS fully Islamic bank in UAE. We have enabled the first Sukuk portal digital issuance in UAE as well. But what is the expectation from core banking provider in terms of digitalization when we come to Sharia compliance solution? So if you run any audit with a WOFI or any Sharia compliance auditor, what are the first priorities that they will ask? They will ask first how your workflow is compliant with Sharia. Secondly, how the reporting and how the contract and Islamic contracts are generated from the system to comply with Sharia requirements. Third one is how your accounting entries, how your financial treatment of each Islamic instrument are applied in your solution. So in Temenos, we took care of those three factors, that Sharia compliance solution, in digitization, how we can factor for this. So first of all, in terms of workflow, if we are initiating Islamic instrument like Murabha, like Ijara, like Istisna, there is a Sharia sequence for this. How did we digitize this? We converted our loan origination using the help of Systems Limited into Sharia compliant workflow to do a Sharia validation for each step. So if we are doing a Murabha, we are validating that the bank is buying the assets, then selling the assets, then doing the finance. So the Sharia compliance and Sharia order has been validated by the system. So this is the first one in digital era that we did. The second one is the contract. So using Temenos Exchange Partner, we managed to fully generate it and fully automate and fully digitize the contract generated from the systems. So there is no any manual intervention. There is now approval for digital signature as well. So this is as well the second part that we did. The third part is fully STP. So all accounting entries, all financial treatment has been automated using Temenos solution, using the help of our partners like System Limited and other partners.
Great. So thank you, Gamal, for that. I think that was very helpful. Ahmed, my next question to you is, so we talked about regulation, we talked about growth, innovation. So Meezan Bank, what's your strategy for innovation while ensuring Sharia compliance?
You see, one of the probably a unique thing that we think Meezan as a bank, we think being an Islamic bank, we are like a trading and investment company with a banking license. So when you think it correctly, because Islamic finance is all about trading, partnership, rental contracts, investment in real assets. It's not about artificial assets, toxic assets, what the conventional people do. So if your thinking pattern is correct, then it's natural you develop products that are trade-based, that are really linked to the economy, really linked to the industry. And that's how we think ourselves as. And also another approach that we have taken is that think from in the shoes of the customer. A customer, when it comes to us, either is a saving customer, he needs halal return, but he also want to ensure that we are not just giving him, even he's not interested to get a higher interest, but he's happy to get a lower but halal return coming out of a real business activity. So we have to ensure that this is properly done and communicated. Our financing customer come to us, they say, we want to finance our raw material, we want you to invest in our business on a profit and loss basis, we want real projects to be constructed. So if you think like this approach, and it has yield dividend for us. And we were, alhamdulillah, we were able to innovate lot of new products in the market, and not only in the Pakistani market. Probably Meezan Bank is the first bank to do this pattern of Islamic banking in the world. And now even Malaysia is trying to, and the Central Bank of Malaysia is trying to learn from Meezan and from the Pakistani market. So what we did, value addition to the customers, think from the customer point of view. And there is a very important hadith of the Prophet ﷺ that we follow when we develop these products. The meaning of that hadith is that it's a condition for you to be a mu'min that you like for your brother what you like for your own self. Yeah. So if you think that this is the secret recipe of developing a product which make your customer your salesperson. And this is, we have witnessed, I don't know how many times that when a product is sold to a customer, he actually bring all his family, friends, pushing them to go to Meezan Bank and get the same value from the. So in a Sharia compliant manner. And again, we have worked hard to ensure that the Sharia compliance is the supreme on that. Even if there's again, I've mentioned that if there's a trade-off between getting more profit and getting low profit, but in a Sharia compliant manner, we will always, without a doubt, go for lower profit, but a Sharia compliance solution. And one more thing, customers, at least in Pakistan, maybe it's different in Dubai market and in the Central Asian states and in the Malaysian market. The customer, when we come to Islamic Bank, they don't just see at the product. They see the whole culture, the whole value, the whole ecosystem. And they want to gauge that are these people have some ethical values, they have some culture, they follow some good norms, and then they come to your product. So it's not just product and getting the document in place. Yeah. You have to have the right vision, thought, the culture, the ecosystem that support the Islamic banking innovation. And alhamdulillah, with that mindset, we were able to deliver solutions. And alhamdulillah, and one more thing that I must say, that and our CEO Irfan Ahmed has also heard, he mentioned this every time, that if a customer comes to us with a solution, with a need which is Sharia compliant, then it's the responsibility of us, of bank, to give them a solution which is Sharia compliant. So
Right.
this was, I think, our approach.
Right,
Thank you.
right. So, ladies and gentlemen, there are some very powerful messages in this. So, with regards to innovation in Sharia banking, as I understand from Ahmed, is that if the ethos is that we're an investment company with a banking license, number one, and number two, if we think about our brother, or in this case, our customer, the same thing as we would want for ourselves. I mean, if we have this ethos, if we have this culture, then innovation is a byproduct of it. So great. Thank you for those insights, Ahmed. Thank you very much for that. I'd actually like to ask the similar question to you, Irfan, as well, that what are the recent innovations that have happened at Bank Islami, which are, of course, Sharia compliant?
Thank you for your question. And Bank Islami believes in innovations and technology, and whether it is tech-based technology or innovations or simple innovation in business processes and business model. Banks has focused on technology for many years, but I think after COVID-19, the way of thinking about banking is totally changed. And at one point of time when IT was considered as a back office function, but now it is no more a back office function, rather it is considered as a frontline business function because everything depends on it. So far as Bank Islami is concerned, Bank Islami has been focusing on technology side and innovation side since its inception. In 2006, when it has started its operation, so Bank Islami was the first bank who actually launched a biometric-enabled ATM. I'm talking about in 2006. So customer could execute the ATM transactions with the help of their biometric. And afterwards, we brainstormed a lot how could we create a USP of Bank Islami. So subsequently, we come up an idea that the same technology can also be used within the branch premises. So we launched a signature product called One Touch Banking. This is a very beautiful product because under this concept or behind the concept, behind this product, there is a concept that your thumb impression is actually your bank. You can execute all your banking transaction at the counter of the bank with the help of your thumb impression. You don't need to carry your ATM cards. You don't need to carry your checkbooks. You can execute all your transaction with the help of your thumb impression. Right. So subsequently, International Finance Magazine declared Bank Islami as the most innovative bank in Pakistan for this product. And Flip Kotler, who is also known as father of marketing, select this product as a case study and it is published in its book Essential of Modern Marketing. Apart from this, these innovations, tech-based innovations, we have also come up with some innovative product structures that includes, we have launched first Islamic commercial paper in Pakistan, Bank Islami. And also, we have developed a number of tailor-made solutions, Sharia-compliant products and ideas to facilitate corporate and investment banking customers.
Great, great. Thank you, Irfan, for that. Chris, Gamal, my question to you is, how does Temenos position itself, or if I may re-articulate, how does Temenos differentiate themselves in helping customers? Sorry, can you hear me? Yeah, in helping customers move from conventional banking to Islamic banking. What is that value add that Temenos brings in?
Thank you. So actually, as Amara mentioned in the morning sessions, that Temenos is running most of the biggest Islamic bank in the world. So starting from Saudi Arabia, you can see that Al-Rajhi, biggest Islamic bank, is running Temenos. Al-Inma, Al-Bilad, Qatar Islamic Bank as well. Recent go live is Dubai Islamic Bank. But when it comes to converting a conventional bank to Islamic bank, actually, from a perspective of a core banking solution, the main challenge here is to have a mapping between conventional product and the Islamic product. So the client wants to have almost the similar experience, similar customer experience in terms of product treatment, financial treatment. So in Temenos, we care about this. We found the mapping between each conventional product into an Islamic product, starting from current account, saving account, even for certain places that allowing something like tawarruk, we did something called Islamic overdraft to move a conventional overdraft into something called maybe a cash line facility or Islamic cover drawing. So we had every mapping in retail domain, in corporate domain, in trade finance domain. We convert LCs to LCs murabha. So we helped this. We had this experience when Central Bank of Libya announced that all banks has to convert from conventional to Sharia compliance solution. We helped all our existing clients to move from conventional bank to Islamic. When a bank acquire or Islamic bank acquire a conventional bank, we helped them with our enablement of product offering as well of consultants experience using partners like systems to enable the clients to have this conversion from a conventional bank to Islamic banks.
Thank you, Gamal. Ahmed, I would like to actually come back to that subject you mentioned about customer trust and engagement. So if you could just enlighten us a little bit more that what Meezan Bank does specifically for that.
Yeah, whenever we launch a new product, or even that's from very start, whenever because we were the first to introduce many products in Pakistani market. A lot of time, even today, we spend in educating customers. Just last year, we conducted 200 seminars in just 1 year for customers going to small cities, trade associations, deposit customers, corporate workshops, because Islamic finance and Islamic banking is there are two sides to. One is a understanding side, the awareness side, and that's the market development effort. So we have to put a lot of efforts. Then we are now using webinars, social media, our Facebook, our LinkedIn page are very active, probably one of the most active in the Pakistan banking sector. So we are trying to impart this knowledge of how Islamic finance work, and the basic knowledge of how Islamic finance work comes from how Islamic way of business works. So we are not doing something unique. We are doing this business the Islamic way. And this is what Islamic finance and this is what Islamic banking is. So we have to, and we are partnering with a lot of universities. The IBS Center for Islamic Finance is managed by Meezan team. The other centers, we are trying to inculcate Islamic finance in the curriculum. So we are doing a lot for market development. Then then another challenge is to train our staff to become to that mark that they can explain not only the product features, the value addition to the customer, but also how it is differentiating from the conventional product offering in the market. So I think then we are also using the technology to reach the customers at their fingertips. In terms of market development, our mobile offering, our digital onboarding is very strong. And mashallah, I think we have more than 350,000 customers in very few, probably in a year or so, coming to Meezan on the digital channels. So it's a continuous effort. You have to educate. You have to give them this assurance that this is a value-added product. This is Sharia compliance, and it is a superior product with a very good customer support and service excellence. So you can't just do Islamic and with a bad service quality or maybe an average product. You have to probably showcase that Islamic banking products are even from a banking term. It's a much better solution for a customer. So this is what our thought process, and alhamdulillah, I think we are quite successful to some extent at least. We are gaining the market share, customers, and actually we are happy even if the customers, after understanding Islamic banking product, even if he goes to our competitor to take Islamic finance, doesn't matter because it is actually helping the overall market to grow.
Absolutely. So if I may just summarize this, these are very interesting thoughts. How do you educate the customers? So whether by digital channels, by conventional channels having those 300 odd seminars in a year. So that's like almost one seminar per day.
Almost.
And going to the academia, right at the grassroots level, and so on and so forth. So again, thank you for those insights, Ahmed. I'd like to ask a similar question to you as well, Irfan, that what are you doing for customer education and ensuring that the initiatives of your bank are promoting awareness about Sharia compliance?
Before addressing this question, I would like to share that the ultimate goal of Bank Islami is to saving humanity from riba. And in line with this ultimate goal, we have arranged so many awareness sessions for customers and took so many initiatives in the past for creating Islamic banking awareness. Firstly, we have established Center for Islamic Banking and Finance at IOBM, Institute of Business Management. And Bank Islami is the co-founder, and Bank Islami is a knowledge partner of IOBM. And under this arrangement, Bank Islami is supposed to launch different Islamic banking courses and certificate programs pertaining to Islamic banking and finance at IOBM. Secondly, we have also launched basic Islamic banking booklets in 11 different languages. And these languages included but not limited to English, Urdu, Sindhi, Balochi, Pashto, Arabic, and all these Islamic banking booklets are available on our websites. And one can visit our websites and download all these booklets from there. So I can say that language is no more barrier to understand Islamic banking, at least basic Islamic banking. Thirdly, we have also alliances with the different private institutions, institutes and religious institutions as well to create awareness. We have conducted number of seminars, awareness sessions, and workshops about Islamic banking and finance. Another initiative that we have arranged webinars on Learn Islamic Banking with Bank Islami. And apart from these, we have also took initiative for PWDs, persons with disabilities. And under this initiative, we have launched Islamic banking booklets in Braille format, both in Urdu and English languages. And further, we have also conducted so many seminars in sign language to make them understand what actually the Islamic banking is. Another initiative of our flagship program of Bank Islami is Deen Connect program. Under this Deen Connect program, would not only focus on Islamic banking and finance, but also propagate Islamic teachings. And we have arranged a number of webinars and workshops, online workshops, on different Islamic banking concepts and Islamic religious topics. So these are actually the major initiatives that we have taken in the recent past.
So I think these are really commendable, and as I can see, there's a theme of going right to the grassroots level for this customer education. I mean, with academia, like you said, with religious institutes, like you said, different languages that are spoken in Pakistan. So you're really going right to that grassroots level. And not only that, but also reaching out to people of determination, as we say, so that no one is really left out from Sharia compliance banking. So I think that's really, really great. So just in the interest of time, I'll just ask one last question before I'll open the floor. So for any questions that the audience might have. Gamal, success stories. So Temenos has done this before multiple times, moved banks from conventional banking to Islamic banking, and that's what we're seeing now in Pakistan happening because of the laws and mandate as well. Some success stories that you'd like to share? How Temenos has done that?
So actually, I'll speak about three cases. So first case, so what I mentioned before about Libya, when Central Bank of Libya announced that all banks has to convert from conventional bank to Sharia-compliant bank. We helped all our clients actually, at that time, 6 clients. One of them was a major player on the trade finance business, so we converted all their existing contracts into Islamic. The second case we have done is in Qatar when 2017 or 16, Central Bank of Qatar announced that each bank has either only one characteristic, either to be fully Islamic or to be fully conventional. So we helped them, a bank in Qatar, acquired the Industrial Bank of Qatar from converting this from conventional to Islamic. You can imagine how complex is the contracts of industrial bank in terms of how the payment schedule look like, how the contract terms look like. So we converted them from conventional to Islamic in Qatar. The third one, which is running right now, so Bobian Bank is merging with Gulf Bank in Kuwait. So Bobian Bank is using Temenos for the implementation right now. And we are converting Gulf Bank from conventional, from another core banking into Transact or Temenos core banking into Islamic. So we have this wide experience. We definitely will help Pakistani bank using our partner here, Systems Limited. We have this wide experience. We will help you in this journey. We are offering all the different product, all the mapping between conventional product to Islamic, whatever is the structure, we are going to have this experience. We are going to facilitate it through our products, the flexibility of the product, the enablement of the digitization, having fully Islamic loan origination for the Islamic for the asset part, for the liability part, fully profit calculation aligned with the requirement of State Bank of Pakistan. So all of this will be offered for all our clients who wants to convert from conventional bank to an Islamic bank.
Thank you, Gamal. So as we can see that there is definitely experience with Temenos in converting conventional banks to Islamic banks. So my marketing person has just given me the cue that we got less than 5 minutes remaining. So I'll open the floor for any questions that you may have directed towards our expert panelists. I see a hand here. I'm sorry, this was not planned, so we would have to get mic to the gentleman there. Oh, you already have one. Great. Please.
The question is, Temenos actually has, we're saying that we're going to make Islamic banking modules available. We've seen, sorry, I'm from Meezan Bank as an introduction. We've seen that we've had to do a lot of customizations within Meezan Bank to implement Islamic products. Is there a strategy going forward that we would have built-in native modules within Temenos, so we don't have to do as many customizations as we have had to?
I think that's a very apt question. Thank you for that. I'll actually direct that to Gamal.
Yes,
so the question is, just for everyone to understand, that when Meezan Bank went first into the Islamic banking thing with Temenos, then they had to do a lot of customizations. Now, many years down the road, are there ready-made, off-the-shelf products that can, help you running with Islamic products and not customize it?
Thank you. So actually, our strategy on this, that we have improved our Islamic products. If you are aware of this, that arrangement architecture now is containing two main modules, AD for Islamic deposits and AL for Islamic loans. We have actually executed something called back to core for most of our biggest clients. We gathered most of the biggest customization and we move it back to our core banking. So we enhanced our core with all of those customizations. So we need to avoid those customization. We have even made a big investment from our profit calculation and distribution to have it as a core development for all the Pakistani State Bank of Pakistan requirements. So to avoid those customization, we have executed those two parts. So with new version on R24 on latest release, you will find major enhancements in our core banking or what we call it L1 enhancement and configuration to cater for all the products that you are looking for. Thank you.
So what Temenos has learned over the period of years with the help of likes of Meezan Bank, they've now made it part of their core. So it is off the shelf available. And again, thank you for that question. Other questions, comments, suggestions? Okay, so thank you very much, once again, our panelists, and thank you, the audience, for being here. And I hope this was insightful. Thank you.